This is the Finesse Media Podcast.
You know what I mean? It got a nice, good smell like gingerbread cookies, to be honest with you. It got a little bit of gingerbread cookie smell to it, but I recommend y'all go get you some of this, man, because this lovely lady has a product that she stands by, and I'm, here to say that she make it work. So, yeah, salute to you. I'm glad that you picked up the phone. Thank you so much.
Yashika Walker, a Chicago native who recently relocated to Houston, Texas, is a mother of two beautiful girls and the owner and creator of Hair Affair Stimulating Growth Oil. Her business specializes in healthy hair growth and maintenance. Yashika started this company after experiencing postpartum hair loss following the birth of her second child. Her results were so great that she wanted to assist others who have experienced similar issues regarding hair loss while helping them to gain their confidence back. Her brand is dedicated to helping support and promote natural beauty by enhancing hair growth and eliminating insecurities. Her ultimate goal is to start a fund for women of color that have experienced hair loss due to cancer and other severe health issues. Joining me for the first time, welcome to the podcast, Yashika Walker. We about to change that name. We about to change that name. We about to change the name as we change the guest because it's a new week. It's a new episode. Welcome back. It's another episode with a great guest. And as I mentioned, I bring to you each and every week something brand new and someone brand new. So welcome back to the Finesse Media Podcast, Season 5. I'm your host, Ken Finesse Media. And tonight, joining me on this episode, as mentioned at the top, is Yashika Walker, soon to be changing her name as she's been recently engaged and proposed to. So we're going to get all into her business. But speaking of the business, she is the owner and founder of this hair care brand that you're going to love to know and how to get it. At the end of the episode, we're going to talk about it. So welcome to the podcast for the first time, my homegirl, my alumni high school sister, Yashika Walker, owner and founder again of Hair Affair Stimulating Growth Oil. What's up, girl?
What's up, bro? Thank you for having me.
Man, listen, as I said, I hadn't seen you, I think, visually, since just Facebook, probably, but never in person for the longest. Yashika and I, we attended the same high school. Shout out to the Harper Cardinals, goddammit. So listen, how you been, sis? And just how you been?
I've been good. I can't complain. I've been blessed. Like you said, I'm newly engaged. We got engaged last month. Just moved to Houston from Chicago.
Yes.
Loving it here, loving the weather.
Welcome to Texas.
So I'm great. I'm great. I can't complain.
Welcome to Texas. Houston's good. I'm often in Houston. I'm here in Dallas. So it's a good time. Welcome to Texas. But let's go back to Chicago, kind of where we started in Harper High School, marching in the band, man. Do you remember that? Like, I don't even know the years, right? I say at least 20 years almost for me because I graduated in 2003 and we're about to turn the calendar into 2023. So almost 20 years ago it's been since I've been in that band. But you and I was playing the sax, but you were leading the band as the majorette.
Yes. Oh my God. We went to the Mardi Gras in New Orleans.
Yeah.
Took home the first place trophy.
Overall, first place.
Man, what year was that?
Oh man, I would say 2001, maybe 2001. 2004. Y'all took the first place. Okay, you did. We actually took maybe second place, I think, when we went when I was in the band. Okay. But yeah, when I graduated, y'all did go down and take the first place. Was it with the new band director, right?
No.
It was with Paul Carter?
Yep, it was with Miss Carter. Lloyd.
Yeah.
Miss
What
Davis.
was that like though? Because we're gonna talk about you as this business owner, and you got your hands into the hair care business. But again, I met you as the majorette. What kind of made you get into the band? I told my story on the podcast many times. What made you get into the band?
You know what? Originally, I had done pom-pom. So I was interested in like pom-pom, the cheerleading. So I actually went to tryouts. But Mr. Lloyd called me in the hallway. He's like, hey, what y'all got going on? We got tryouts. And his energy. It was just something about his energy. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, I like that. Let me go, check it out and see what's going on. So I ended up signing up for the tryouts. I went, knocked it out the park, got on the team. And man, I did so good that once remember Dominique McDonald?
Shout out to
Dominique. Once you guys graduated, the following year, I became the captain, and I loved it.
Yeah, well,
I
we had so
loved it.
much fun. Like you said, we went down to New Orleans and we would go for several days. I mean, the price to go was very inexpensive. So to go
Yes.
someplace and to have travel and lodge, shout out to Lloyd, shout out to Paul Carter, shout out to Miss Davis who watches and she's a
Shout
strong
out to Miss
supporter of the
Davis.
podcast. But yeah, I mean, we went down there and we ripped it open. And then many places in Chicago, from the Bud Billiken Parade, the Jackie
Jackie
Robinson Parade.
Robinson.
Yeah,
Yes.
so we had a good time and being musicians and stuff. But I mean, what you here for is for a little bit different. I mean, you got your hands in the business. I see you wearing your shirt over there. Let's show the
Yeah, I
people a
got
little
it.
bit
I
over
got it. I
there.
got it. I
You
got
got
it. I
the
got
you got the hair shirt
it.
on, and that's what it is, and that's what we're talking about. Because you've been doing so many things. Let me just roll off your accolades. First off, you went viral on TikTok. You made over $2,000 in one day, and you closed over 200 orders. He was also nominated for the Woman Worth Watching Recognition Award, Gratitude for Black Girls. Your Hair Care Company of the Year recipient award, which came from Buy from a Black Woman, that was in 2021, and you were nominated again in 2022. I mean, the accolades. You also went viral with the guy from the Wild 'N Out show.
Chico Bean.
Chico
Yes.
Baines. I mean, so when you was doing all these things and posting all these accolades, I'm like, wait, this girl is finessing the mother game, which is again why I wanted to bring you on to talk about your brand and to again say to you, congratulations, sis, and you're
Thank you.
definitely doing your thing. And I want to be that battery in your back and continue to support you, but I want people to see you, and for those that's watching to know about the brand and again at the latter part of the episode, how to get some of this product in their hand. But tell us and the viewers really about Hair Affair Stimulating Growth Oil.
So, Hair Fair Stimulating Growth Oil is a company I started a little over 2 years ago. So when I gave birth to my second daughter, I experienced postpartum hair loss. This was something that was completely new to me. I got a older daughter. I didn't experience any type of hair loss after I gave birth to her. So my hair started shedding really bad. It started breaking out. So this was new. I'm like, what is going on? I ended up taking like hair vitamins at first. Didn't work. It just broke my face out really bad. So I'm like, okay, I got to find a way to grow my hair back. Started doing some research, found out that it was different oils that I can use to grow my hair back. And I'm like, okay, that's good. I don't have to ingest anything. I could just put it in my scalp. So I played around with a few little mixtures. I created one mixture that really worked. So I was using it primarily for myself. And I'm like, okay, this is really working. I told my fiance, I gave him a sample because he had a little thinning going on. So he was like, okay, baby, no, like my hair is growing in and it's growing in fast. You need to do something with this. I ended up giving a few samples to a few of my friends and family members. Some time went by, they came back and reported that their hair had grew in and it grew in fast. And they were like, I tried so many different products, nothing worked. Like, what did you put in this?
I mean, I
It's
was going
all
to ask you too. Did you go on the back of the box of the Chia Pet? You remember those things and figure out what they were using, and they just sprinkle some of that dust in there. I mean, what the heck was in it?
Man, so I have all natural ingredients, olive oil, grapeseed oil, hemp seed oil. So a combination of 12 different all natural oils that I just mixed together. I did a ton of, when I say a ton of research, I was on YouTube University. I'm Googling like crazy. And I just, I put it together and it worked out.
Yeah. I mean, so that's amazing because, like you said, and again, you said you lost your daughter. Certainly my condolences there, right?
No, I had postpartum hair loss after I
Oh,
gave birth to, oh,
let's edit that part out. Yeah, certainly that part. But no, I mean, seriously, when you're talking about hair care products, I mean, and you wouldn't think that somebody like your age, would be experiencing such a hair loss, and you'd think, oh, when you get older, your hair thin out, and then even for your fiance who was also going through this as well. What was that first moment when you knew that you had to turn this into a business?
You know what? Um, when I got braids, I had some braids in my hair. I was trying to grow my hair back. Um, and I was using the oil consistently. And when I noticed after, I'll say it probably about 4 days, my braids were hanging. I'm like, wait a minute.
Wow.
I kept using it. It was hanging a little more. I'm like, baby, I know I'm not tripping. Like my hair growing like fast. And he tried it and started seeing his thin and patch growing in. He like, okay, yeah, this is something that you need to turn into a business. So he encouraged me to do that. I did my research to see what the steps were in order to create it and make it a legal business.
Mm-hmm.
So I came to him. I said, look, I need an LLC. I need this. I need that. He purchased my LLC for me. I got my EIN number, and honestly, that was the steps that I took to create it, to make it a legitimate business.
Yeah, and taking those steps and being tenacious is really what I love about talking to finesses, particularly the finesses that are entrepreneurs as well, because it's a different type of, I think, bravery that you have when you step in front of what you think can work, whatever your brand is. If it's a product, or if it's a service that you're offering, you being confident that you can deliver, it's certainly a level of, I think, bravery that one has that really makes them, again, to me, a finesse. But you took that a step further because, as you mentioned, the star of Wild 'N Out, Chico Baines, when he was on live, you just jumped on live and started talking to him, just taking that step. And tell us about that story, how that all happened.
So how that happened, when I initially started my business, I was on a social media hiatus. I have to do it because, for a while, maybe almost a year or something, close to a year. And so when I started my business, I'm like, okay, I got to get back on social media. I got to brand my business. I got to market and stuff like that. So my fiance's one of his friends tagged me in a post that Chico had, and he's like, I'm calling all Black owned hair care companies. If you have a hair care product and you feel and you're confident that your product will grow my hair back in, he was bald, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah,
So he
yeah,
like,
yeah,
if you feel
absolutely.
like your product can grow my hair back, let me know. Hit me in my DM. So I DM'd him like, hey Chico, I got a product. I'm confident it'll work for you. So
Yeah.
he was like, because I want to work with some businesses. Long story short, he reached back out to me. He responded to my DM and said, you're one of the businesses that I want to collab with. I'm going to use your product. I'm going to promote it on social media. He ended up giving me his shipping information. I sent him the product and he got on live. I was just under the impression he was just going to promote it. He was like, okay, if any of the businesses on this live, I need y'all to hit the request. I hit the request and he brought me on. I'm like,
Sweet,
wow. And
sweet.
that has just done wonders for my business. Shout out to Chico Bean, because
Yeah.
that
And
was just,
was it
man.
$2,000 in one day? Was that the moment, or was that a separate moment?
So what happened was, my daughter told me, my oldest, she was like, Ma, you got to get a TikTok. I'm telling you, you need to get on TikTok. I'm like, I'm just now getting back on social media. I'm trying to learn how to work the new Instagram. So much has changed since I've been off here.
Yeah, they
So she
change every
created
week.
the TikTok for me. Man. So she changed it. She created the TikTok for me. The first video I post was the Chico Bean interview. So the next day, my phone is going crazy. I wake up, I got so many orders and it didn't stop. So I'm like, did somebody shout me out? Like, what the heck happened? I go and I look on TikTok and the numbers, the views are just going, just going, just
Look at
going.
God.
I think I probably hit like over 200K views.
Wow.
They went in like crazy. Yeah, I made over $2,000 that one day.
Yeah. And so you started this company in what year?
2020, July of 2020. So right in the
2020.
heart of the pandemic.
Yeah, yeah. So you're a little over 2.5, almost, almost 2.5 years. And I mean, there's no stopping you, in doing this. I mean, you were nominated in 2021 and once again in 2022. I mean, what's next? I mean, are you looking to expand this brand into, other parts of healthcare? So when you talk about some of the things, I know that when people are doing some hair care products, they get into some of the shampoos and conditioners and things like that. What's the next plan? Let me not talk for you. What's the next plan for your brand?
No, look, speak it all into existence for me, bro.
For sure.
I received it. No, so I actually do have a all natural shampoo and conditioner. Released that last year. I
Okay.
actually teamed up with a chemist that curated that for me. So I do have the shampoo and conditioner already, but I see Hair Fair just being in like all the major retailers. I obviously want to get a huge warehouse once my business continue to grow, because it is constantly growing. And I just want to be able to employ and just help so many people, just bring jobs back to, you know, the community and those that are in need. So
That's what's up.
that's what I'm working towards.
That's what's up. And that's a good segue to my next couple of questions, because when I had told a couple of people that you were going to be on and what your brand was about, and they started to look on the website, they had a couple of questions that they wanted me to bring up. So when you talk about helping people, let's help these people. Let's see what the questions that they had, and let's see if you could help them get their hair back growing.
Okay.
So one of the questions that someone asked me, they said, is this oil safe to use on my infant?
Yes, it is. So back when I was primarily using it just for myself to grow my hair back, when it fell out after having my daughter, I was using it on my infant at the time. She was 1, maybe a little bit over 1. And you know how all the babies at that time, they had like the little George Jefferson going on. That's what I call it. So she didn't have no hair right there.
Yeah.
So I was using it on her hair before hair care was even a thing. I was using it on my daughter's hair. So yes, it is safe. But I always tell parents just to kind of do like, you know, small patches at a time, just to make sure that the baby, even though it is all natural, we still don't know what they have, you know, what they could be allergic to since they're so young. So just use, you know, a little bit at a time, just to make sure they don't have any adverse effects to the ingredients.
That's what's up. And I'm glad you said that, because I'm going to drop some news on this episode that I don't think no one even knows yet. But I'll tell you this. Everyone knows that I have 3 boys, but I got another one on the way. So my fourth child, everyone, is on the way, and it is a girl. So with this hair care product, that question was certainly one that I wanted to know as well, because I need to be getting some for my daughter.
Oh, well, look, I got you. I'm going to send you a care package for her. It's my little niece.
Already. I appreciate it. We got one more question that someone wanted to know about your product. They said they tried so many other products that claim they grow your hair. What makes your product different?
You know what? My product is different because it's all natural. I personally make the oil myself. And I use the product to fulfill a need for myself. And when I came out with my story, I found out that so many other women were too suffering from postpartum hair loss. I didn't even know that that was a thing. So I used myself pretty much as my, you know, test dummy before making it a legitimate business. So it's like I can attest that it really does work, because I still to this day use all of my products.
Yeah, and thousands of others can also attest. And the reviews, definitely, the reviews are also there, and they are definitely giving you some real testimonial reviews. So congratulations, man. And I wish you nothing but more success into this hair care line and whatever you expand it out to. I'll be right there rooting and supporting you all the way. But before I get you up out of here, there's a couple more questions that I have. One of the things that I'm doing this season, Yashika, is bringing on my Finessa to the podcast, but I'm digging into their social media page. So I don't know if you checked out some of my episodes before, you know, this episode here, because I'm pulling something from your social media, and I want you to tell me what this picture, video, or maybe what this status it was all about. So let me show you the picture that I pulled from your social media, and you just tell me what this photo was all about.
Okay.
You're looking kind of nervous over there. It's a safe space. Tell me what this photo is about.
Okay.
What y'all doing over there? We just left. Halloween was last week. What y'all doing?
Oh my goodness. That was Ike and Tina. Last year, me and my fiance went to one of his frat brothers' Halloween party. They had a costume party, him and his wife. And we actually took home first place. He was in character all night. I had to tell him, you're not Ike. Calm down.
Look, y'all both winning together. You winning in the brand, but then y'all come together and you're still winning. You won first place. That's what's up. No, y'all look good on that picture. I seen that photo. I said, what the hell going on over here? I know Halloween just passed, but I said, what these people doing? But this was from last year's event. This was
that was last year.
What did y'all do for Halloween this year?
You know what? We honestly didn't do anything. We're gonna take the kids to a pumpkin patch carnival this weekend. But you know, we just moved, so we still getting settled in here. Planning a wedding. So
you got a lot to do. Congratulations once again. And so you'll be Mrs. what now?
Mrs. A name.
Mrs. A name.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
and I seen
yes.
some on your status. You say, I'm gonna husband the mess out of my husband when I get married. And
My
that's what's up.
husband. Yes,
Yes,
I
ma'am.
am.
As you should, as you should. And you guys have been together for so long. When I was looking through your social media, I also seen so many photos of y'all loving on each other for so many years. You got the family. I've shown photos throughout this episode of that. So, I mean, you have a beautiful family. You got a
Thank
good
you.
brand. You got a supportive husband. I mean, listen, life is good. We know things aren't perfect, but damn it, man, together that y'all are making it, and doing it as best as y'all could. So that's what's up.
Thank you so much, bro. I
That's
appreciate
what's up.
that.
No, for real, for real. Before I get you up out of here, as we love on each other and say things about each and other people, every week on the podcast, I do say to you as my Vanessa Yashika, truly, I thank you for joining me on this episode because you're someone I consider, and frankly, will always consider somebody that's finessing the motherfucking game. So again, thank you for joining me. This is probably an invite only podcast because I am pulling from people that I'm seeing, and I want other folks, as I said to you offline and I'll say online, I want folks to know about your brand and we'll say in a minute how they can support it. All right. But again, each and every week on the podcast, I ask my Vanessa, who is that person for you, Yashika? Who is that person for you that you say that's finessing the game?
You know what? I have two people. Is that okay?
Hey, you can do it. You can do it.
Okay. So the first person that I feel like is finessing the game is my fiance, Kevin. Um, he's just so resilient. I mean, anything that he tells me he's gonna do, he does it. He pours into me so much. And honestly, Hair Fair would not be what it is today if it wasn't for him. Like that's my number one cheerleader. I have him in here. He helped label, mix the oil, dropping packages
That's
off
what
at the
I'm
post.
talking about,
Like
bro.
it would not be what it is if it wasn't for him. And the second person
Shout
is
out
my
to
best
Kevin.
friend. Shout out to
And you
Kevin.
also said his frat. So what frat he's in?
Kappa. He's a
Kappa. Shout
Kappa.
out to the Kappas too. Shout out to the Kappas, Brothers of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, founded at Indiana
Yes.
State University. But go ahead.
And the second person is my best friend Brittany. She unfortunately just lost her mom a couple weeks ago. She too is a business owner. LB's Infusions is her business. It's a all natural wellness company, and I just wanted to give a shout out to her and say that she's finessing the game because she lost her mom, but she's still like just man, she's back running her business, doing pop-up shops and fulfilling orders. And it's like I just don't know how she do it. Like seriously. So and that was a big loss for her. Her mom is so close. So that's definitely who I would say is finessing the game. Shout out to my best friend Brittany.
Shout out to Brittany. Shout out to Brittany. And my condolences to you, Brittany, if you're watching this. And for certainly, you're resilient. I mean, losing a parent, I certainly couldn't imagine, but we all got to go. But it's certainly a sad thing. And for her to pick up what you say, emotions, and I'm sure it's still a battle she's dealing with daily.
Absolutely.
But the girl is picking it up and still building her brand. And I'm sure that she knows her mom will want her to do it. And that's probably where she gets the energy from. So shout out to you, Brittany. That's finessing the game. Hit me up. I need to have you on the podcast. And
you actually created, you did some logos for her. I sent it right on to you.
Oh, well, if we know each other, Brittany, we'll get back in my DM for something else. We don't need to do another logo. We need to hit you up and bring you on this podcast. And you too, you got to come back.
Of course.
Maybe you got to co-host or something with me.
Oh, okay.
That'll be fun.
Okay.
That'll be fun because we got a lot of catching up to do. I can't talk with you in 30 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look, I'm like your next door neighbor now, so we're gonna have to meet up and do some lunch or something.
Definitely are. I gotta remind myself that part that you are in Houston. When I read your bio and I saw, wait, she just relocated to Houston. I'm like, I remember seeing that, but I forgot. So yeah, Turkey Leg Hut. You been there yet?
I did. Oh,
yeah,
and I stopped. Man, I've been clean eating, but I had to do it that day. Oh my goodness. It's so much food. Oh my God, it's so much food.
I literally eat it in like 3 different sittings. So
yeah, you have to.
Good.
You can't.
It's real.
Yeah, I can't eat that at once.
No, it's all good. What's even better is the product. So let people know how they can get it, how they can feel good, how they can grow their hair back so they want to look good. But other products, you got shampoo. So it's not about just growing your hair back. It's about taking care of your hair. So stimulating your growth. So let people know how they can find you and how they can support and how they can get this product in their hands.
Yes, so you guys can purchase the product from my website at www.hairaffairgrowthoil.com. You can follow my social media pages. Instagram and Facebook is the whole name. It's a long name, tongue twister. Hair Affair Stimulating Growth Oil on Instagram and Facebook. And my TikTok is Hair Affair Growth Oil.
That's what's up. Yashika, welcome. That's it. We done.
Thank you for having me, bro.
You're welcome. Come back anytime. And I'm for real. Let me know if you want to co-host. I'll send you a schedule and let me know if you're able to make it. I'm going to be doing this thing for months to come and definitely into the new year. So again, I'll be keeping up with you and definitely supporting. And I'm dead ass. I need to get some of this product because we got a girl on the way.
Yes,
so I got to get some of that going.
We got to get
some of that going. And y'all support my girl.
And before we leave, bro, I just wanted to say that I wanted to give you your flowers because I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. I see you, and like typically it's like big celebrities, that you have here. I'm like, okay. Yeah. But I'm just to watch your podcast and has continuing to grow. I'm super duper proud of you, and I just wanted to let you know that.
Gratitude, sis. Thank you so much. Again, thank you for joining me on this episode tonight. You guys have been watching another episode of the Finesse Media Podcast, Season 5. I'm your host, Ken Finesse Media, and I'll see you next week with something brand new. Peace.
This has been another edition of the Finesse Media Podcast. Join us again next week for the latest news from HBCUs. Special guest